If you grew up in church, you probably heard the phrase, this generation will be wiser but weaker. Because I grew up hearing that, I didn't want to be seen as weak, right? I wanted to be strong. I wanted to be able to handle things. But as a mom, and just being in this season of life right now, I'm learning that I cannot be strong all the time. And being strong doesn't mean pushing yourself to the point of burnout and exhaustion, which is where I found myself recently. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Soraya. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4 and I am a worship leader. But if you are already a part of the Yap community, hey Yapper, welcome back. Well, I felt like to be strong as a mom meant that I needed to move at the same speed and the same pace that I've always moved at, right? Like prior to having kids, or just even having fewer kids. And it felt like moving slow meant that I was weak. Admitting I'm tired, I can't do this, and this, I thought that meant that I was weak. And I didn't want to be seen as the weak mom. I wanted to be strong. I wanted other people to think that I was strong. And while the Lord gave me strength and gave me the grace to handle a lot with having my children, and having my children has not necessarily slowed me down in doing what I want to do, but I did have to be honest with myself and say, you're exhausted. You are burned out. And right now I'm in a place of learning that slowing down is not weakness, it's wisdom. My body tried to tell me last year. I was sick from August to the end of October. And there were other signs too, like the fact that I kept having all of these anxiety and panic attacks. The fact that there were things that I used to enjoy and places that I used to enjoy going that no longer brought me joy. I began to dread going to those places. Now I see that pushing past all of those signs and signals from my body and my mind, that wasn't wisdom, y'all. That was insanity. That was madness. So if you've watched my last couple of vlogs, then you already know that I have been saying no to outside commitments and outside things on my to-do list. But this week I have been learning that I also have to slow down when it comes to things inside of my home as well. I remember seeing all of these people doing these, like, a slow morning in my life and spend a slow morning with me. And I would just be like, this is lame. What is this? But now I get it. Like, having a slow morning is one of the things that I've really been trying to do this week specifically. And it has made a world of difference in just my overall day, my overall like emotional state and mental state, and just how productive I am in a day. This week, that's what I have been pushing myself to do, is getting up when my alarm goes off. Okay, still working on that part. I still hit my snooze button at least twice. But after that second time, I'm like, all right, we gonna get up. But getting up and making my little iced coffee and starting breakfast before the kids get up has been it's been really, really helpful in helping me to stay calm and helping me to take it slow And I'm finding, in school, mornings used to stress me and Avery out. I would be waking up late. She would be waking up late. I'm trying to, get breakfast done for her and the other kids and trying to pack her lunch. And I mean, I was just trying to do way too much in too little of a time. And then trying to rush her out the door to get her to school, and I'm fussing like, come on, you got to put this on, you got to do this, you got to do that. Come on, we don't have time for this. And, I don't want, before she goes into school, I don't want her last experience with me for that morning to be me fussing at her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want her to be calm, and I want to be calm. And so not only have I started to get up earlier, but so has she. So now it's not like jumping straight out of bed and straight to the bathroom and straight, like, it's not me fussing. Now it's, she wakes up and she lays on the couch and she watches her cartoons. And then I'm like, all right, Avery, time to get ready for school. And she's like, okay. And so the mornings are just going a lot smoother. And I'll say that too, and I've always heard that as, the woman of my home, and as the mother and the wife and whatever, like, I am the thermostat for our home. And if mommy's calm, then the house is calm. If mommy is on 10, then the house is on 10, right? And I've always heard that. I know that. But this week, I'm finally seeing it. Like, okay, when I am regulated and I am in control of my emotions and calm and moving calmly and whatever, so do my children. And so does my husband, right? Because, Lord Jesus, y'all just pray for my husband. Because sometimes before this, baby, I would come in this room on 10 and he'd be like, good morning. I'd be like, good morning. Lord Jesus, y'all pray for my husband because he's a trooper, okay? He is a trooper. Another thing that's been helpful for me has been having a cleaning schedule. And I know that's like, what, Soraya? Just let me explain, okay? So, like, every day I clean a different area of the house. So, like, Mondays is laundry, Tuesdays is the kitchen / main area, like our front room. Wednesdays are the kids' rooms. Thursdays is the kids' bathroom. Fridays is the master bedroom and bathroom. And Saturdays, sometimes I'm cleaning out my car, or maybe it's just I didn't get to a certain area or a certain thing in that certain area. And so I'm just, finishing up from the week. Or Saturdays, I don't do anything, right? And then, of course, Sundays are at church, so I'm not cleaning nothing. But having that cleaning schedule has helped me to move slower in my day, right? Because I'm not trying to clean every area of the house. I'm not trying to work in every area of the house. I'm in this one specific area. And if the project or the mess or whatever is not in that area, it's just going to have to wait until until I circle back around, right? And so, of course, there are some messes that you can't overlook, right? Like when the kids knock their plate off of the table and now there's food all over the floor. Of course, I'm not leaving that. Or if they spill their juice, of course, I'm not leaving that. But like toys, baby, I will step right over them toys until it is time to get cleaned up. Okay, their bed isn't made up. Oh well, we just don't have to wait until it's time to get it made up. You know what I'm saying? Like, slowing down in the house looks like every mess that I see is not an emergency. I'll also say too that moving slow inside my home has helped me to be more present. You know what I mean? Like, my mind isn't trying to meet all of these, obligations and try to do this checklist. I'm like, I am able to focus on, what do my kids need right now? What does my husband need right now? what do I need right now, right? Just focusing on what is going on inside of this house. And especially with all of the like health things that have been going on, like with the kids these last couple of weeks, like my home, my children, my family has needed my full attention. And even though that has been a lot emotionally and mentally, I still have so much peace. And along with the peace and the slowing down and the focus has also come productivity. Only working in a certain area of the home, like I'm so productive in those areas. And I'm like, wow, I got a lot done today. Choosing to be present, fully present in my home has given me the peace and the joy that I have been searching for months. I mean, I was like, Lord, like restore to me the joy. Lord, be my peace. Lord, like just feeling just so in turmoil and just so unsettled in my heart and in my spirit and in my body. I mean, it has been one of the most uncomfortable seasons for me. But being fully present in my home has helped me to breathe, and it's given me peace. It's helping my mind to slow down and not be worried about who doing what over here and what's happening over here and what they doing and why they say that. And I mean, listen, okay, listen. So I am great. And another thing too is like I've been praying to the Lord that he would help me to focus on what's important and help me to focus on what's in front of me. And like I said, to give me peace and to give me joy. And once I started slowing down, I finally started to experience all that I had been praying for. Maybe I heard this in a sermon. I'm pretty sure I have. And you've probably heard it too, where, they say things like, you prayed for it and God provided it, but you got to do some work too. It's not just God, but you have to put in work. You have to hold up your end of the bargain too. And I think me finally being obedient to the Lord's leading and finally saying, okay, I'm going to slow down. Okay, I'm not going to do this, not going to do that. I'm going to be more. You got to pee? Okay, I'm coming. Hold that thought. All right, false alarm, but we're proud of the progress. As you can see, potty training is in full effect around here. Okay, we're getting there. So anyways, what was I talking about? Hopefully I finished my thought and hopefully what I said made sense. You can let me know in the comments, okay? If what I said made sense and if what I've been experiencing you're going through, or you feel yourself getting there, or just let me know what you're thinking. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, I invite you to come join this Yap community. But if you are already subscribed, Yapper, I appreciate you so much for being here. I will see you guys next time. Bye.